Good day YouTubers, thank you for tuning in to today's flip-flap toy review. Wearing a different t-shirt today. We've got some sort of weird, how would you say it, generic Kung Fu Panda like sort of Chinese sort of t-shirt there. I might probably show you what it looks like though. Well, I don't know if I can show you it roughly though, but it just says China. Well, it's not really surprising whenever I'm wearing a t-shirt that pretty much says China. I mean, just because I'm pretty much wearing that doesn't exactly mean it's made in China. But you know what? It's actually quite a great t-shirt. To be quite fairly fair. I think the only letdown is that there's not much colour going on here. But yet again, it's quite a nice looking Asiatic t-shirt. But anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at two flip-flap products. And just to let you know, I didn't do any flip-flap toy reviews on Friday and Saturday because I was actually quite tired. And not only that, but I also had to finish off one flip-flap product. And I'll come back to that flip-flap toy at the moment though. The first product I'm going to be taking a look at is, oh my crikey, O'Reilly. So why am I bringing back Seagulls there? Because we're going to be taking a look at the flip-flap Origami Flapping Birds. That's strange. They put British Wildlife Collection on the top with Flapping Birds on the bottom. Shouldn't it be the other way around? It's called the Adult Herring Gull Small Flock 5-pack. And if I should show you the back of the packaging like that. Actually, that is the back of the packaging, obviously. There you go, pretty much the same sort of information here. Quite strange, I've never seen artwork like that with seagulls posing like that. Now, because it's September, I think they'll be getting their brown streaked heads. Dirty brown streaked heads, to be quite fairly fair. And the product costs about £7. And you know what? I'm trying to show you the word small. There you go, looking all quite nice. And I'm just going to unpack it quite nicely though, so yes, it's pretty much just a very basic sort of, how would you say it, with that toy product. It's quite strange that September hasn't been, well, obviously, as it's September this year, there hasn't been that many with that Origami Seagull themed Flapping Bird products. Or maybe other Seagull themed products which aren't Flapping Bird toy sort of themed, but I think if you remember back in the good old days, I used to make figurines or figures of seagulls. Before that, that was pretty much back in the good old days. Hey, here's another one there. Again, they pretty much have the same sort of design, and yet again it looks, you know, pretty much, you know, the same. Yet again, it's a little bit like those lesser flatback gulls that I did back in the very end of August. And also, speaking of August, remember I did the, you know, I actually had a bit of a peruse on the vacuum cleaners. Well, there's also another thing I really want to go ahead and show you at Amazon. And Amazon, of course, yes, is pretty much an online shopping company though. And yes, there's a bit of a very weird buy beware sort of advice going on here. Thingamajig as I'm pretty much making this video though. Amazon in the UK is pretty much already there. I mean, it's already just around the corner here as I'm trying to put this, how do you say it? I think that bird there didn't have a name on it though. It's now called Herring Gull though. Okay. Now what I'm actually saying is that, yes, since Amazon in the UK is already there, hopefully, you know what, as you pretty much shop around in Amazon, hopefully you won't get caught up all of that monkey business and all the other stuff. Apart from vacuum cleaners, I've also been perusing at another piece of, well, how would you say it, merchandise that I've also came across. And it's the toy trains though, from TOMY Playwell. In fact, I might have a good peruse at some of them, but there's also one toy here that I think has also caught my eye quite a lot though. And I know these herring gulls look quite good, even though they're pretty much rebooted with some sort of progressive logo, eh? I mean, it's quite strange that flip-flap toys can have a very strange progression though, of just pretty much, you know, rebooting some of the old flip-flap Origami products with such a very new aesthetic and also the artwork looking all very new. Strange, isn't it? But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the product, which I actually think I was going to be doing a flip-flap toy review about this product here, which is of course the flip-flap Origami Flapping Birds. It's not a British Wildlife Collection toy because it's a black-tailed gull adult flock 12-pack. Adult birds as it refers to though. It costs about £13. Isn't 13 quite unlucky? Well, I'll definitely say in Chinese culture, 4 is pretty much the unluckiest number as it represents death. There you go, there's the back of the packaging there. strangely enough, this seagull doesn't have any feet. The one in the middle there, which is quite strange for an error like that one, eh? Maybe its feet must have been tucked in, eh? But yet again, it's quite a very interesting sort of model, eh? Yeah, it looks quite nice actually, I suppose. I might go ahead and come in and do the unpacking. And they look very similar to lesser blackback gulls, but yeah, the gulls and this toy product though, they've actually got like different head detailings and designs and whatnot there. In fact, I might show it to you, like so, with this one here, which has gone a bit, well, it's gone a bit quite rough though, in a sense, eh? Well, it's actually gone a bit, funnily, cronked up though, if that's a word, eh? Strange, it looks like it's been played funnily, eh? It's gone a bit funny, that bird, eh? I don't know about you, but, well, I've seen almost better days, eh? But there you go, there's the tail detailing, that's why it's called the black-tailed gull. See that, black-tailed band? Mind me, Angie, I'm just trying to support myself, even though I feel like I've got a headache. Or I do look like myself that I really have got like some sort of weird headache. But yet again, it's quite a nice looking bird. And as a bit of proof to you, they do look like lesser blackback gulls. In the way of their colours, they look almost slatish grey looking, even though they look a bit tad lighter. In a sense, there's the black tail end. But the most important thing I also want to keep on looking at is this head profile here. It's got like a little red dot on the tip of its beak. There's a black line there. And there's also a yellowish sort of colour though, which in a sense is the main sort of colorization of this bird. And I'd definitely say that that red tip on the very end of the beak there, or bill, if we're going to call it there, is pretty much, how would you say, it's a very nice thing there for this bird there, because, well, obviously, if these birds didn't have that thing there on the front of their beaks, well, it would be very hard for the chicks to pretty much to eat though. Well, in a sense that this little red knob pattern there, it makes it very simple and makes it so easy for the chicks to feed from themselves. Well, like, you know, the parents pretty much feed the young and the chicks who keep on begging for food. Yeah, that's pretty much the real nature of how these guys pretty much look like, eh? Some of them have got, like, different, how would you say it, imperfections of the wingtip. Like, they've got, like, a different shade of black. It looks a bit like a bluish, sort of purpley, darkish, purplish sort of black. Maybe. Yeah, but most of the birds I've been looking at, the same with the tail here, though. They've got, like, a jet black, sort of black wingtips. And also the tail as well is also pretty much about it, I suppose. And it looks quite spectacular when they fly like that one, miraculously, I suppose. And, yeah, you know what, these guys, they look super, super awesome. And hopefully after doing this toy review and having a bit of a good peruse, and strangely enough, as I'm making this video earlier than 12 o'clock, which is the time I should have been doing it though, yeah. Fairly nice if you ask me, very, very nice indeed. And, yeah, it's actually been quite amazing. In fact, I might do some sort of exercise, hopefully this afternoon. I'll try and go on the exercise bike just to burn my calories there. Because in a sense that if I pretty much sit on this chair for a long time, unfortunately I'll be stuffed up by all of that weight that I've got me at the moment today. And I feel like that, yeah, I feel like that maybe sometimes that if I try to lose weight, I bet people won't recognise me. I just feel like I can just describe myself that they won't recognise me anymore though. That if my weight sort of changes, it feels like that maybe got a funny feeling that people won't recognise me anymore though. But mind you, these toys are easily recognisable as, while being rebooted, as a very fairly well-known species, particularly in East Asia. I think these guys normally breed in, how would you say it, Siberia and Russia, Japan, China, Korea, I suppose both. I would say pretty much, I can't remember which part of Korea. Is it South or North Korea? I can't remember. I can't really remember, eh? I do remember that these guys are quite good though, but I've actually heard that these guys, there was, I think last year, there was some sort of weird record of a black-tailed gull somewhere in the Severn Estuary in Gloucestershire, I suppose. Maybe I think the bird people can tell me about it, but let's move on to something else, because there's not really that much I can really talk about in this video, apart from the fact that this was the product that, you know, I thought I was going to be finishing it from Friday to review it, but I didn't have some time, so I was really tired with that Friday fever on it, like I did with the vacuum cleaner funny I did 2 weeks ago. Or is it, yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. I definitely double checked that one. Anyways, these products are done and dusted. I don't know why I'm vlogging here, it's quite strange. I should have never vlogged at this video though, but I'm just going to come into Amazon now. And overall, it's strange. I've got a funny feeling that I've been vlogging over this video a bit too much though. Maybe I shouldn't do that a lot though, but what I'm actually going to do next is I'm actually having a look at some of the trains that are sold in Amazon. A lot of the Thomas Friend stuff. Go away, Chugging, no one likes you, eh? Obviously, we've got Percy, we've got Emily though, TOMY as well. Oh, look at that, there's a very new CGI Thomas overall, eh? And I have to say, a lot of the TOMY Playwell trains are quite expensive. But yet again, the TOMY Playwell trains, I have to check the camera again, eh? Just to make sure everything is all nicely filmed. Yeah, so a lot of the TOMY Playwell trains, they're quite expensive. Oh, sorry, didn't realise I went into that one, eh? Yes, there's actually been a lot of TOMY Playwell trains being sold at Amazon now, which is something I really never expected though. Some of them can be as... Oh, look at that, I think I've got one of these trains here, but I don't think I've got one with the bear printings on it, that one, eh? It's quite amazing seeing that much of, that a lot of the toy trains being sold in Amazon now, the TOMY Playwell ones, they're pretty much expensive. Well, look at that, I've got a train similar to that one, eh? Sadly, I don't play this train a lot though, eh? Because of the fact that it's suffering a bit of major problems, just as I have with that TOMY James sort of toy, eh? Oh, look at that, TOMY Mavis. Oh, look at this, Transformers. Robots in disguise. Well, obviously, they do look a little bit like Transformers, these sort of TOMY trains, which is quite interesting, I suppose, eh? Oh, look at that, you've got some sort of weird train that looks like that. Looks quite a nice looking Japanese sort of train set there, eh? Bit of a very cool looking Buddha statue. Looks like something out of Thailand there, if you ask me, eh? And we're coming to the end with some wooden trains. I never heard of Big Jigs, if anyone can pretty much recognise it, eh? But the one and only train that I think has been catching my eye so well, it's not Diesel 10, but the one and only other train that I really want to go and buy is, apart from that Shinkansen, how would you say it, 500 series train with the light up feature on it though. There's Henry here, which is quite expensive. I don't know why, but Henry's now runs on AA batteries as much as Edward does. They used to run on C-size batteries. It's quite a bit hideous whenever I think of, yeah, these sort of designs are a little bit hideous, but they're so good. They're not as great as the C-size battery toy trains, but yet again they look fantastic. I mean, whoever wants to buy Henry that runs on AA's, I've got a funny feeling it's a little bit better to me in the way that they proportioned Henry like that. It's a little bit better than how they proportioned Edward. I think TOMY Edward today though looks a bit ugly, in a sense that the drive unit doesn't look like a 440. If you know what I mean. Oh wow, there's an N700 Shinkansen. That's another train I really want to go ahead and buy, eh? Doing a bit of toy train spotting there, apart from the fact I've got a toy train on the background, which is the 253 or E253 TOMY Playwell red multiple unit train, which in a sense originally sold in Japan and then shipped to Malaysia and then shipped all the way back to England, which is amazing, eh? Oh wow, look at that, TOMY Rosie, crikeys, I have got a funny feeling this one is £35, but look at this, only 13 left in stock, crikeys, that is completely and utterly amazing. That's pretty much the buy beware whenever you buy at Amazon now. Sometimes you get a lot of scamming as well, which in a sense it's pretty much, you know, hyper nasty. In fact, I might probably come back to to Amazon. I should pretty much come back to Amazon, obviously, one day, not only to take a look at the toy trains that they sell, but also the vacuum cleaners that they also sell at Amazon. So that sounds like a great idea, eh? Oh, look at that. Look at this cool looking trainer. The N700 looks totally fantastic. I mean, this is something that we just don't get today, eh? This is totally and utterly amazing. We've also got this one here as well. Got like this sort of trains that are powered by AA batteries. You put them right at the bottom of where the battery goes, like that TOMY E657 and Kintetsu Shimakaze train that I've got in the house. Which in a sense it can be quite problematic there because of that feature, eh? I think the Tokyo Metro train suffers the same fate, even though it's a C-size battery sort of train. But this one here looks quite fantastic. You get that cool light feature on the front. And I know there's one that has, yeah, it's quite amazing. It does have some sounds on that car here. I believe that middle car here, that middle passenger car, plays train sounds. I might be correct there, because I remember seeing that in the stores when I went into my local Aeon in Malaysia though. I think it was in, was it Mid Valley in Kuala Lumpur though? Oh, good old memories. And then you have Tommy Rosie as we just headed towards 5 seconds and 12 o'clock. And yes, it's 19th of September as I'm making this video, eh? I know there's a pink version of Rosie getting about though, which was the much more older version of Rosie, but this is the new one. And look at that, there's some new troublesome trucks. Looking all pretty CGI looking, eh? And this is so much better than that stupid All Engines Go, how'd you say, cartoon, because 1, it's scary, 2, it's crap, and 3, the animation style is nowhere near as good compared to this. I mean, this is something that we all want to see. Look at those troublesome trucks. Look at that. That's amazing. If only if I could buy Tommy Rosie like that, it's amazing. I mean, the other big gripe is that it doesn't come with accessories like it does with the pink Rosie, but it looks so fantastic. Hooray! And the other train I also want to go ahead and buy sometime during Christmas time in 2021 is this train here, the TOMY Playrail D51-200. And what's cool about this train is that it's got a box artwork here, or in Japanese. But what's also amazing is that it also has that light gimmick feature right over there. And in fact, that light gimmick feature is right over there too. So that is amazing, and it's powered by a C-size battery. In fact, all trains don't have a battery included, which is the most amazing thing I can pretty much say as I'm making this video, because if it does have a battery, well, it accidentally leaks, and that's no fair. And I think toys without batteries makes it so much better, because, well, with batteries included in this toy, well, unfortunately it won't be able to run again. I also like the brown coach as well, all detailed with a whole bunch of Japanese writing in it though, and the train itself, it looks so better, and it costs about £25.38, which is hectically expensive, but the delivery on this toy here is freaking free. Hooray! So maybe one day if I might purchase this train sometime at Christmas time, man oh man, it's going to be an amazing experience. I actually heard that many people, when they reviewed this toy train here, I know there's only like 6 left in stock, which is going to be like one of those nail-biting moments. You never know when this train's going to be bought or not, eh? But I have to say, this is totally fantastic. I know it runs in a C-size battery, it's got that cool light feature on the front, and also has those brilliant wheels as well on the front, eh? A little bit like Trackmaster 1, the classic Trackmaster, eh? You know what Fisher-Price and Mattel has done, but this is so much better. If only if TOMY can pretty much talk to Mattel, that would be a nice thing. But I think what I was also trying to say is that if only if Fisher-Price / Mattel can lift their game, that will be another better thing to do. Well, anyways, that's pretty much me talking about trains. Hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give this video a like, subscribe for more flip-up toy reviews in the future, and I'm very sorry for vlogging throughout the rest of this video because I know it's September. Should have never been vlogging in the future, but that's only just a bit of a quick toy review, and I'm about to go into the exercise bike just to burn some calories. So anyways, hope you really enjoyed this video. As always, thanks so much for watching, and bye for now. And that's a lot of TOMY trains displayed from that freaking webcam. Bye!